Hello, Jim Howard here in Fort Worth, Texas. Today's date, it is November 6th of 2021. I think it's Saturday. I'm 80 years old. I'm, no longer working. I don't know what day it is. I don't know what time it is. I wake up and I think it must be about 5 a.m. and it's, 10 p.m. or something. I mean, it's just, um, I just purchased something, but first let me show you what I purchased a while back at a single monitor desk mount. Doesn't feel like it's all in there. Doesn't feel quite heavy enough. I just grabbed this off the shelf. This one, by the way, sorry about that. I can see the microphone thing go to red. I had to assemble this thing, and it took me quite a while. Okay, it's not in here, so it's up on the shelf someplace. Okay, I'm not going to get up. Oh, anyway. Or it's on the floor someplace. So it took me quite a while to assemble the thing, and I got it assembled to, I'm not sure I got it correctly assembled, but it was a bitch. And I got the things where they, this part here where you get up, where you can, and I could not get it over, to make the connection. Now the kind of desk I have, let's see, I think I had the same sort of one, maybe I can't remember. But the other desk that I had also had this lip that comes down, but I've got a drill, a good drill. I think for that one, I had a long piece of sturdy wood and I put it behind this and then I, clamped the thing down. But I couldn't get this end up here to, and I just, I guess I'm old and stupid. But I'm sort of glad that I looked at this because I thought I paid a lot more than $31 for it. And so that was kind of bugging me too, thinking that I spent $100 or a little bit more than $100 for it, and I spent all that time, and that it, wouldn't work for me, or that I couldn't get it fixed. I'm sure if I could have got this part up here to connect, on the back of my monitor, I'd have been very happy with it. Well, today I ordered this one here. And it's only $60, and got good ratings. Over 9,000 people rated it. Wait a minute, it says here, prime overnight delivery, 4 a.m. to 8 a.m. Anyway, I think it's coming tomorrow. It says free overnight if you order within 2 hours and 30. I ordered hours ago. I still think I think the thing that I got said it was coming tomorrow, which is fine with me. Give me time to rest up and get ready for the, I don't think it's going to be a problem. It's basically assembled. I've watched a couple YouTube videos, and it's, it's all assembled. This other one, I had to assemble all of the, all of the part down here. All this had to be assembled, everything. And this is assembled. So I've got two monitors, and I would like to get them up a little bit And then really what I want is like to have that space underneath, free. I don't think I'm going to be doing any, once I get it where I want it, and the adjustment. Wait a minute, I think I was showing you something, and okay, let me go back here. I got to figure out a way to, yeah, man, I think I better do this over again. Okay, this is what I ordered some time back and had to assemble it. And, it doesn't look all that, but I couldn't get it assembled right. The problem was up something about in this area here. I'm not sure what the problem was. I'm sure it was something I was doing wrong. I see now that I ordered one for an up to a 32-inch. That was a mistake. I shouldn't have. I've got two for this. Now I have two monitors side by side. And they're both, I think, 27-inch monitors. But anyway, I messed with this one and agony. So, okay, I ordered this one. It's $60, and it's going to come tomorrow. And it is all assembled. I watched a couple YouTube videos of people. I think both of them had to go with this route because of their desk, so I'll have to do that too. I'm sure drill through this desk that I have because it has one of these edges that hangs over. There's a so. And what I want to do, I have two monitors. Let's see if we can, how much we can turn this thing here. Yep. Nope. Man, I tightened that sucker down. Oh, there we go. Okay. Okay, you can see I have two monitors. I want to, be able to raise them up a little bit. Right now I've got the speakers, behind them, and I can see the controls here on the speaker, but it's not because of the speaker. It's because I just want to get them up a little bit better, and I want to have this. I don't want to have the stands here. I want to have the desk free so that I can set some stuff, there. So I think that this. I gotta wipe my nose for some reason. We have some nice people. I really don't know them, but that moved in upstairs. About this time, I hear some loud banging from time to time, which doesn't bother me. But I got it. They have a couple small children. I got a feeling that they probably have bunk beds, and maybe they sit on the bunk beds and play with a tablet or something. And got a feeling that they jumped maybe from the top bunk to the ground. It doesn't bother me. But when I moved in here, and I forget when exactly that was, but when I moved into this apartment complex, my ex-wife had been living in an apartment here in this building for quite a few years. And then I moved up from Miami after being there for 5 years. And then I've been someplace else before that and someplace else before that. But we moved up here, my grandson and I, and we moved into actually the apartment right above where my ex-wife lived. And we lived there for a year or two or something. I forget the numbers. And then an apartment became available, same building, back here in the back, except this one is 2-bedroom, 2-bathroom, and it's, you know, a little bit bigger. It's funny how in these homes and apartments or whatever, a few square feet make a world of difference. But then we moved in here. And then eventually my grandson's mother came and moved into the apartment complex, not in this building, but the building next to it. And then my ex-wife and my grown son moved into this apartment here so that we wouldn't be paying, you know, double everything. And thank God we did, because prices have just continued to go up. So this is my cell here. This one room. And I have 2 desks now. I had, I forget what I had when I originally moved in here desk-wise. But then I bought a desk from somebody who was moving out of this apartment complex, and it was a monster. I mean, it wasn't made as a desk. It was meant to be, I think, a dining room table or something, but it was massive. And I had it for quite a while, and I loved it. But it was really just a little bit too big just to be in this. So I ended up, you know, getting this desk from Amazon. And then I got the identical desk, and I have it here. I've changed them from time to time, you know, but so I've got them side by side. Well, back to I tried to give this desk, what do you call it? Monitor stand, this first one that I must have put together wrong, to my son. I thought he could mess with it, but he wasn't interested in, he's interested in computers, he's just not interested in the same things that I'm interested in. And I'm interested in, you know, bigger monitors, and he's just more basic. And anyway, but I thought it was more expensive than this. And I just gave away, I think I mentioned it maybe, I just gave away a Fire Tablet 10, Amazon Fire Tablet 10. No, I gave away the 8, because I purchased an 8, which I never used. Then I purchased the Amazon 10 tablet, which I really never use. When I say never, I guess a few times I've started it up for some reason. And I'm using a B-Link, or is it B-Link computer. And I also have a Chrome box. And then I have the old Chrome box before that. And of course, I know the old one I upgraded to 16 gigabytes. I think I upgraded, yeah, I did. Upgraded the new one that I got to 16 gigabytes. I just gave away the tablet, 8-inch tablet, and the Chrome box, and it was like brand new. I mean, it looks brand new, and it was used for probably less than 10 or 12 hours. What and I mentioned this before in one of my videos, you gotta be careful if you order if you buy a Chromebook or a Chrome box, because I found this out. They support it for X number of years. I forget, let's say 5 years. Well, I think the one that I bought first Well, I had a Chromebook. I hated it. I'm not a tablet person. I don't like the trackpad. I don't like anything. I didn't like anything about it. I gave it away. I can't remember. I think I gave it away to my daughter or my son. I can't remember. Can't remember. So anyway, it was. Oh, I found out that they have let's say it's 5 years. So I imagine the one that I bought originally probably had sat on a shelf or in a warehouse for a couple years, maybe 3 years, and then I, bought it, and then, I'd hook it up occasionally and run it for a few hours or something and update the thing. Then all of a sudden I noticed that you couldn't update it anymore, which really doesn't matter. I mean, maybe it matters for some reason to some people, but that really doesn't matter because you're using probably, the Chrome browser and all the other things, and they all update, and that's just the way the thing works. But anyway, the people that live upstairs, they have a boy and a girl. I think the boy's maybe 9 or 10, and the girl's, I don't know, 5 or something. Her bike was stolen. I knew that it would be stolen. They're upstairs, so at the bottom of their stairs, which is right next to our door, they, left their bike and stuff. And we don't live in the greatest neighborhood. And so anyway, I actually saw the person come and take it and run off with it and smash down a fence and, threw the little bike over the railing, over the fence, and then broke through smashed the fence, escaped. So anyway, I went up and told the guy upstairs, and he said I told the kids if if they didn't chain it up, it was going to be their fault. And I said, well, I just wanted you to know. So anyway, then the kids came down, knocked on the door, and I went out. And the kids seem like they're really smart. And the girl was kind of sad because, she was saying, oh, they took my bike, and whatever. So I said, do you guys have a tablet? And no, we don't have a tablet. I said, well, I got a tablet that you can have. And I said, do you have a computer that, no? And I said, well, I've got a Chrome box that you can have, and I have everything, power supply, everything you need, monitor, cables, everything. I said, I'll go get it for you right now. Just stay here, And so I went and got the tablet, gave the tablet to him, and I said, what are you going to do with the tablet? And he says, I'm going to give it to my sister because she lost her bike. And I thought, well, that's really, And then anyway, I gave him all the stuff, except he did not want the monitor. He says, I can hook it to my television set. And I said, and you know how to do that? And he says, yeah, I know how to do that. And I said, I don't even know how to do that, I said, I think my son does because in the past he's played, some games and stuff in the past. I said, I think he knows how. I don't know how. Anyway, I gave that away. But I've given a lot of stuff away. I don't have much room in here, by the way. It's not that I'm such a generous person. I just don't have the room. Every time I want to do something, I have to take stuff off of shelves where it's stacked up and from the floor it hurts to bend over. I have to put a whole bunch. I have, I don't think I can switch that camera. There's some big plastic containers that I have stuff in those, and then I have small plastic shoebox size that are filled with cables and all types of stuff. And a lot of the stuff I hate to throw away. Well, I've given a bunch of stuff away. I mean, a lot. But there's some things I think, I might need that. I don't know how many of the audio things that use light, instead of, I've got those things I think, I might need it. So anyway, this is becoming tomorrow, so maybe I'll be smiling tomorrow when I make a video. I just bought I I bought one domain name. Another, I have a bunch. Well, I don't have a bunch. I got rid of a lot of domain names. But, oh, let's see. You can't see what I'm seeing. I need to figure out some way to have that automated. I guess, I don't think there is a way. I mean, well, there's a way to do it, but I have to just remember to do it. I'm using Manicam. I purchased and upgraded at Movidia Video Suite, and I upgraded it to, I owned it before, and I could still use it, but they had upgraded it, so I've upgraded to Movidia Video Suite 22, and I'm using that for the little bit of editing that I do, which I'm really not doing any editing. It's just putting the sound of the modem at the beginning and a few things like that. I've got a small scanner, for scanning documents that I have hooked up in the past. I used it a few times and it worked. And then I've got one of those printers, fax, scanner, that type of stuff. And it's got kind of banged up, being moved around. It was hooked up to my ex-wife's computer when she was doing eBay sales and stuff to print labels and that kind of stuff. Actually, we had two that were identical. And one of them, I think because I don't have much room, I think I put something on top of it or did something. It was on the floor for a while, and I think it was broken. I just trashed it. I've got the other one. I think I may have messed it up because in this room I have, by the way, because remember we had here in Texas the power grid go down, and we were without electricity for 3 or 4 days. And I worked in Missouri most of my life, and I worked for 30 years hospital security. I was out in blizzards. One hospital we did the snow removal, well, not when I started there, but eventually security took over doing the snow removal. And so I would drive, from Belton, Missouri into Kansas City, Missouri through blizzards, be driving down 71 highway, and cars would be, you couldn't see where the lane was. It was covered, the road was covered with snow and ice. There'd be guys coming by. I'm saying guys, I guess it could have been a female, but coming by at, 60 miles an hour or something like that. And you'd be driving and you'd just see somebody's car go off into a ditch. You'd be driving somebody else's car off. So, I drove to work, get to work, park my car, get the radio and keys and that type of stuff, and go out and start doing snow removal. Do that for 8 hours and be jump starting people. People's blocks would be, iced over. Just all that type of stuff. So how did I get on the subject of weather? Oh, we lost our, anyway, here in Texas, you may have heard about it. The governor of Texas and the Republican legislature and the groups and things that they set up, councils or things to control and do whatever. I think everything is set up to, one, not follow any regulations that they can get away with, and definitely they pride themselves on. We don't follow the United States regulations on the environment or on pollution or and Texas. United States has two grids: East Coast United States, West Coast United States, and Texas has their own. And Texas doesn't spend money. We now know. I think we always knew. They don't spend money keeping it up. They just want to make the money from it, and rich investors and people, and who are also appointed to the group that controls it. So we had a power grid, massive power grid, and we were here. Actually, we were the major ones that were suffering, because the idea was that when something happened, they would turn off electricity to one area, and then 2 hours later they would turn off the power to another area, and they would turn on the power to this area, and then that was what they would keep doing. Okay, that's not ideal, but I could live with that, being without electricity for 2 hours, and that's better than 3 days. And so anyway, in this room and in the living room, and the ex-wife, I've mentioned before, I think that she's very tight with the money, which is the exact opposite as I am. She has bought, we have a fireplace here, which didn't help much. It was just more or less psychological. You get close to the flames and you maybe feel a little bit of heat, but 3 days was about all I could take, and then thank God, they got the power back on to us, to this area. But anyway, my ex-wife bought a whole bunch of this dual flame wood. So we have a bunch of, so I don't know how long it would last. Well, we figured out, my son did the math, I think, figured out how long we could last with this, but 3 days was about all I could take. And I had, what was it? I can't remember. It was something with the lips, or I think it was something, that I thought, I've been out in the ice and snow and all kinds of stuff, for years, and I've never had this, had something like that. I can't remember exactly what it was now. But anyway, so I guess tomorrow, hopefully, I'll have my 2 monitors up. I'm going to worry, I think they've balanced it out, and I'm going to be worried. I've never had I'm trying to think at work someplace. I don't think so. So I hope I don't. I have some monitors. I have about 4 monitors or 5 now on the floor that are good, and but I don't want to break one of these, or even one of mine or something. So hope everything works out, and I'll see you tomorrow.